Welcome back, everyone, or shall I say, engineers, fellow space engineers. I don't know how many people are watching this who have actually played the game. Anyway, we are back with more space engineers, and we're about to finish the refinery, so let's go ahead and build it up here. And yes, you don't need the extra steel plates, it's just to protect it, to make sure it doesn't blow up. And at this point, what we can do, we can take everything from in here, well, everything that we can fit in our inventory, except for the gravel. We can leave the gravel in here for now. Bring it over to our refinery. Put the stone in there, and it'll immediately make it all into stuff for us, which is good, because that means that all that stone is now being processed. The only sad thing, and why I sigh, is because at this point in time, we now have to run a little bit further if we want to put in our mining stuff until we get this thing moving. But unfortunately, we need steel plate to do that, so let's get some steel plate here by, of course, and mining some more stone. We could go ahead. Oh wait, first let me turn off this production in here by right-clicking it. Okay, so we know we need 78. Actually, we don't need any of this stuff anymore. Everything that we have built, we have built, so all of that production is done for. We don't have to do any more production in this thing. So we can actually remove this and move it over here. Now, what you can do with a refinery is you can process all your stone in it, take the materials that you need to build the thing you need to produce, and take it back to your survival kit. Because I just remembered, we do actually need it for our assembler. Oh, it sucks, but yeah, that's okay. And what we can do from now on is we can hit that into production here, put the iron into this so that we can make it, and the nickel. I think that's all we need to produce that stuff. Yeah. So once we start producing our stone into iron, we just move it over to the kit. Now, this is kind of funny. People are probably going to call me out for this, saying that I just kind of shot myself in the foot here by deleting the production that I had. But I forgot about it, okay? And we all make mistakes, you know, it's a fact of life. But it is kind of funny that I did that and forgot about it till just now. But yeah, this is where we need to start working on our vehicle that's going to make this process even easier for us. However, there is one thing that I want to mention about mining and stuff. Once you get a ship to do it, it's not that horrifying to do it. It's pretty self-explanatory, it works really quickly and easily, but there is one thing that I would like to go over with you when it comes to mining with a ship like the one I'm about to build. When you build a ship to mine with, you gotta take into consideration that you will run into problems in the long run, especially considering this ship. I eventually want to have multiple drills on it. And let's see, can I even place this drill, or is it, I need steel plate. Okay, good, I can place it. I was about to say, if I can't place it, then I'm gonna have to find a way to lift this off the ground first, or just hand build my ship. Which, like I said, if you want to hand build it, go ahead and hand build it. You know, nobody will call you crazy for doing that. you know, everybody will be like, oh, okay, that's how you want to build it. Go right ahead, you know. Even I had to hand build mine because when I was watching the tutorial on how to hand build your ship,
low.
oh, for God's sake, you know, when I was reading up on how to build my ship and all that, which this is not connected to the battery.
Energy
Good
low.
freaking God. When I was reading up on how to do it, I couldn't get it to work from the tutorial because the tutorial that I read was back when this respawn dropship didn't require any extra work to do it. Like you didn't have to, like, you know, cut everything down and rebuild it from scratch for it to count. Because once you put down this cockpit, it was supposed to convert all of these blocks around it to that cockpit. But unfortunately, I think I did something wrong and it didn't do it, and now I'm gonna have to rebuild it. So it's not a big deal. I just like the cockpit more than I like the flight seat, because I think the passenger seat can be used to fly. I don't know 100%. I want to say you can't because it has no dials on it, but that's besides the point. So we're gonna have to actually break down this battery, which kind of sucks because, see, the power cells in it cannot be built by hand. I mean, cannot be taken from the device. If you break down your battery, you're screwed until you have another battery. Like, yeah, you might have this device over here, but if you break down that battery and don't make your assembler, you can't get any other batteries, and you will be kicking yourself really hard repeatedly for your mistake. So be very cautious about your decisions on when and where you decide to do your next action. That might be enough. Let me go see. Probably not, though. I need to build this ramp on here, but I'm too lazy to do it because I don't want to waste my iron on just that. You know? Let's see, will we have enough? No, we still need 354 more things. Oh my God. Let's do the time warp again. Oh boy, this guy is probably tired as hell. I'm back. We're almost got the amount of stuff that we need, so I thought I would come in and talk to you a little bit more about some other stuff that we're going to need to work towards in this episode. At least what I would like to have included in this episode. So,
inventory.
What I would like to have is to get this completely rebuilt. And realistically, I may not even have to really break down all the steel plate that's on it. I might just have to rebuild the atmospheric thrusters and see, like, you know, completely tear them down and rebuild them and see if that works. Because we know that these blocks are not part of it. And when I built those one blocks, here, I'll show you real quick. When I built those one blocks, if you come in here in info, you can see the blocks that got added to the grid. It's saying that there's only 2. And I know I've built more than 2. If I come out here and look, all the blocks I've built are right here. And I've put them all on here. But the game may actually think that that's not, you know, counting. Like, so it's like, these armor blocks aren't really necessary for the ship to count. Like the control grid does not count them. So I think all I have to do is just completely break down and rebuild these atmospheric thrusters, and they should count. And I don't know if I have enough inventory space to do that, but we can try. Because those metal grids are heavy. Okay. And here, we can just come in here and go. There we go. Boom. It was right here in between this, right? Let's just build it up and see. It turned on. Shouldn't turn on, there's no power. Interesting. So I'm right. It looks like we would have to actually completely tear down everything like I was afraid of. Because when we rebuilt that, if it counted it as part of the ship, unlike just like the landing gear, it would have allowed it. So, well, in that case, what we can do then is we can just leave our respawn pod here. Go ahead and grind this cockpit down. I didn't put anything in it though, did I? I hope not. So grind down that cockpit. And then, you can come in here, see if there's anything. Small conveyor, small cargo container? Huh. I don't think there's anything in there really, but that's interesting. So, this beacon. Is that something we can build right now? Let me see. Yeah, but I don't think it actually unlocks anything, does it? Let's see. It unlocks the antenna, so. There we go. There you go. We'll leave the ship like it is right now. We won't destroy it yet. I think we'll just kind of leave it. Like at the game that I had made for myself, I actually did just tear this apart after a while because I moved everything out of it anyway. I moved the survival kit, the O2 generator, you know, all that off of here. So when I did that, I was like, well, I mean, I don't really need the ship anymore at that point, you know? But I think I'll hold off on doing that this time. I think I'll just make a battery from scratch, you know? And to make a battery, let's see, let's go to our second one here. We can't even make batteries yet. Ooh, that's not good. What do we need to be able to make batteries? The basic assembler. That's what I thought. Okay. Well, I can't remember. Did I get enough for the basic assembler yet? No, not yet. I need to get the motors. Which I do have the iron on me. The Fey. Oh, there we go. Just drop it all in there. Will that be enough for it? Yeah, it'll be enough for just the motors. Good. We don't really need the steel plate, but we'll keep it in the queue for now. Okay, there we go. And let's grab our motors, go put them into our assembler, and then delete the assembler from our queue. Alright. Now, as you can tell, since I have the assembler attached directly to the refinery, there's no way to access it. Not really a problem. You just come in here to here, go into production, and you can access the basic assembler. So there you go. And now you can make bulletproof glass. Again, you don't really require bulletproof glass for a cockpit, but if you find yourself wanting to add a little bit, I would recommend only making like 10. because you'll need 30, but just 10 will be enough to really get what you need. And this right here, the metal grid, is your worst nightmare, because the metal grid can only be made with cobalt, and cobalt is very difficult to find until you have a vehicle that can fly. And that's what we're going to be building, probably by scratch. And I might take an idea and make something similar to this. Usually I make like this cube-like thing that looks hilarious, like looks like a brick as they call it. But I might try to make something circle-like, you know, like that ship, and we'll just see if it works or not. The first time I tried doing this, I actually tried making a mining rover. And I can tell you right now, I kept flipping it and blowing it up because I'll tell you right now, one major issue I have with the rovers in this game is making them where once they get full, they don't tip when they turn. And it's really hard to make them like that. So, especially if you're a beginner, and we might make one just so I can so we can go around scouting out materials with it. And maybe I'll show you a way in which you can mine with it that's safe, you know, instead of like the way I usually tried to mine with it that doesn't always work. Okay, so we want to actually start bringing all that material over that we had inside the survival kit. So make sure all the inventory here is empty except for, okay, the cargo container. We need to empty that out too. Okay. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna get our survival kit on. We're gonna put it, let's put it in the place of our hand drill for right now. There we go. And I think what we'll do with this is we'll put it back here, I think, for now. Where's the, okay, that's the thing on it right there. So we'll put the survival kit right there and get a performance issue warning that didn't actually do anything. Okay, and unfortunately, with the way I built that, we are gonna have to expand this out a little bit. So we'll do that so that we can connect an O2 H2 generator to it, because you want that attached to it. And we'll start just breaking this down.
Inventory full.
Uh-oh. Okay, the scrap metal I already had. Whew. Okay, let's go put it into the other one. Now, there's a reason why I say uh-oh when that happens. If you get inventory full,
Energy low.
sometimes it will actually destroy stuff inside of your thing that you're trying to break down and turn it into scrap metal. And the reason why that's a bad thing is because if we got scrap metal instead of the medical comps, we couldn't build the survival thing and we'd be dead in the water. So we got lucky that I didn't do that. We did drop a steel plate on the ground apparently, so we gotta find that. We may not be able to though. Yeah, we must have accidentally put it in something else. Oh, we can always just jerk it off the ship. Okay, let's take, no, we can't take the atmospheric thrusters right now. There we go, got the survival kit. I like this black idea for it, I love it. And yes, I did get the computer portion on the right side. Now something we might want to look into is to see how much power our base is generating, because at this point in time, if it's not generating enough, we could end up in trouble. So let's see. All we have to do to find that out is click this right here. So our wind turbines, 320. They can actually do more than that, I think, so I don't have them high enough. But we're only outputting 8.14 and 8.86. Yeah, see, 326. So maybe I should grind down this one. The problem is, I don't know which one that is. I think you can find out by going up to it. I think there's like a search thing on it somewhere, right? No? Okay, so what we could do is just grind it down until it's non-functionable. See which one's broken now. Okay, so it was that one. Alright, so we need to move that one a little bit ways out. Or maybe just a little bit higher or something. So what we could do is just kind of go... well, let me see. 3, 6... Yeah, 8. That should be perfectly fine. Okay. So grind this the rest of the way. There we go. And we already got the survival kit, so we can get rid of that. Wind turbine. Build it back up. And let's see if that's more optimal doing that. I don't like it being black, but we'll fix that in just a second. 334. Yeah, that's definitely a lot better. But now the other one's getting 303. Alright, let's see. Unfortunately, what that probably means is I might need to go up a block higher and rebuild both of them away from each other. And that means I still need to get more steel plate, right? Well, we can either nick it off the ship, which I have an idea of where I'm gonna... Why are you blinking? Is there a place where we can access that so we can turn that off? No. Wait, actually, yeah, we can. Right here. Oh, it doesn't even have the lights on there, so we have to just tear them off. No, I didn't mean to completely destroy it. Let me see, because doesn't the light give us something? No, we can build it from the start. Okay, good. Well, we can always find out, I guess. Yep, okay, good. There we go. Alright, so we got that. Let's see here. We might want to build a container on here somewhere. I just slammed my knee into my desk. Let's see. I think a small cargo container will be good enough for what we need here. Oh, but they need metal grids, so we can't do that yet. because I want to be able to save all my metal grids for my thrusters. But the problem is, we only have 4 thrusters, and each one only gives us 1 metal grid, so we're going to need to find cobalt. Because with just 2, I mean, we can get off the ground with a light vehicle, but we won't be able to mine with it. Unless we put it on wheels. Because what we would want to do is use it to fly to the spot where it is and then drive it back. That's what I'm thinking we're going to have to do. Because if you don't have more than, I think you would need at least a minimum of 2 to get it off the ground when there's a full load. With just 1 to get it off the ground, that's not going to be enough. Oh, that's what exploded. This landing gear right here. You remember how I said when we hit the ground, I was like, it looked like something exploded. Well, apparently it was that landing gear. Hence why having landing gear is a good idea. Alright, let's get rid of this and this and this. Get our tools back. I know I really shouldn't be deleting this because I won't be able to follow the exact design, but I don't know if I'm really going to stick by that idea of following the exact design. Okay, we're at 32 minutes. Let's see. Let me put up some of my inventory. I can put it in the refinery. There's enough space in the refinery. It's annoying because sometimes you'll double click and it'll go there, but other times you have to drag and drop things that you want to put away. I know these data pads and all this crap. Oh yeah, I need to read this so that I can find this, get that GPS marker for that. Let's see how far away that one is this time. Do I not have it visible yet? Probably not. There it is, FCDR station. Last time the station was like ridiculously far away. And that's how I expect it to be this time. There it is. Yep, 36.54 kilometers away, so yeah, we're not going to be getting to that anytime soon. But that is a good way to get some materials. Like if you can get to it and back to your home base, you can usually spend your credits to get some stuff, but what's the fun in that, really? I mean, like, it's kind of just like having the shop in 7 Days to Die. So, yeah. Anyway, because at fear of running out of time, I'm going to go ahead and stop it here. When I come back, I'm going to probably get more of this light armor blocks off of this and start building a ship over here at our base. So look forward to that. We'll probably try to build something similar to this, but a little bit smaller. That's what I'm thinking is we'll probably just take the cockpit and put that as the shell around like that a little bit, and like make a small little turtle shell around it, and then drive that out to start trying to mine stuff and all that. So look forward to that, everyone. Till then, bye.